Going on, you guys? How you guys doing? Out here, it's raining, sprinkling a little bit off and on and everything. I'm in the South Kansas City, Missouri area. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Straighten up my hat a little bit. Click the like button, share the video. I appreciate it. Share the video, man. Click that subscribe button, you guys. I'm trying to get up here to 1,000, man. I want 1,000, man. I got to get that 1,000 plus, and I want to see what monetization is about. I really do. And just to kind of explore. I've never experienced it. I've heard a lot of hype. Some people will tell you, they getting paid this amount of money, that amount of money. For like 1,000 views, 1,000 subs, whatever. I've never experienced it. I want to put that shit on my bucket list to say, hey, I actually experienced that shit. You know what I mean? That's just what I want to do. You understand? So, anyways, let me go ahead. Hold up. Let me check some things. Okay, cool. Needed to check my notifications, all that other shit. Because when I'm doing these lives, I try to like put everything on do not disturb as much as I can, man. Because when these lives come in and these interruption and notifications come in, man, yeah, it's like very, very annoying. It can be very, very annoying, So again, click that like button, share the video, and make sure you press the subscribe button. Subscribe all. When you go to my channel, click on subscribe, and it's gonna give you some options on there. Click on all, okay? Because when I go live, you guys can actually see this shit. You can hear it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You understand? All right. So this is my solo walk and talk. Until a few people start coming in, and the YouTube algorithm starts reading you guys coming in out of nowhere. So anyways, without further ado, I want to talk about some information that I had just found out watching a lot of these YouTube videos. I watch a lot of these YouTube videos on the Philippines and Thailand and Vietnam. Okay, I also watch videos on dating, like when you're dating overseas, or if you're dating over the phone, via video, until you get to go see your woman in person. I've seen those videos. So I've even seen a video that really impressed me this morning about the cost of living in the Philippines versus the United States, And so I want to talk about those things. I want to talk about these things today. I got someone new in the chat. His name is Bro Anderson. What's going on with you, buddy? How you doing? Man, good to see you, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. It's dripping with rain out here. It's real light, rain, but, the forecast here in South Kansas City, they said it wasn't going to rain until 12 midnight, so I don't know, that, how the weather is. They say one thing and they do another. So it's cool, I got another person named Carl. He said, how things, bro? This is Carl from the UK. Wow, I got somebody from the United Kingdom. All right, how are you doing, Carl? What's going on? And then I got another person, man. People starting to pile in. I love that shit, okay? Y'all share the link in the Facebook groups, okay? MGTOW, Red Pill, Passport Bro groups, man. Share the link, okay? And invite everybody in, man. Kick your shoes off. If I had beer, y'all welcome to come over and I'll give y'all some beer and shit, man. We're going to do that one day. I want to go live, have a few brothers on. And then what I want to do is like shoot them, like $10, $20, and we all get beer and get on the panel and just get fucked up and just have a conversation, just like we would at our own spot. But we just gonna do that shit. You understand? We gonna do that one day, okay? All right. Okay. So if y'all down for it, we gonna do that shit. All right. That's cool. All right. And then Carl said, I'm stoned, drunk, but pressed on. You a savage, man. You are a savage, Professor Carl. And also, too, we got Cario Jack, KCPT. How are you doing? What's going on, homie? I see you said, what's up, OG? And also, Bro Anderson said, SYSBM, you goddamn right. Save yourself, black man. You guys are more than welcome to come in, especially you guys, man, especially the younger crowd, SYSBM. Guys, I'm so proud of those young men. You guys just don't know, man. To see a guy in their late teens and their 20s, like finding out how fucked up these women are in the Matrix, it fucks me up, but it impressed me. I shed a tear and I said it's about time. Because a lot of us, when we were like 17, 18 years old, older guys was teaching us some bullshit, man. We talking baby boomer ass dudes, right? You gotta beg for a woman, and a real man will raise her kids by multiple kids, daddies and shit. And you gotta be nice to her and bring her some flowers. No, you ain't gotta do none of that bullshit, man. You know, if anything, it's like in reverse. In the Matrix, right, they lose attraction for you if you are being nice, if you're being sweet, and if you're being kind. You are known to be boring. You are the boring motherfucker, and you are unattractive. It doesn't get her panties wet. But like we said many a times, you guys heard this shit all around, okay? And what do you think we heard, right? Is that what? If you're the thug, bad boy, Pookie or Ray Ray, Alfonso, Daquan, Day Day and them, you know what I mean? The Man twins, right? Her panties shall get wet, she'll have babies with you, and she'll try to convert you to be the nice guy, because they like fixer-uppers. This is how they are. They love fixer-uppers in the Matrix. Carl said, SYSBM, what does it mean? Save yourself, black man. I'm going to say it again, save yourself, black man. Go to my boy, Mad Bus Driver's channel. Go to his channel, all right? He is one of the originators of that organization. It is very, very organized, very organized. Click the like button too, you guys. Everybody in the chat should have already clicked that subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, you guys, okay? I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for interacting. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's the 4th of July here in the United States Matrix. It is the 4th of July, Independence Day in the United States Matrix. So those of you guys from the United States Matrix, right, who's going through bullshit, we know what Independence Day is. The 4th of July is. You understand? So there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of people popping fireworks, a lot of guys shooting guns. All right? You guys be careful with that shit out there. Don't be setting houses on fires, killing up each other and shit like that. You know, because back in my day, we used to have like firecracker wars and shit like that. But it's not as safe as it was back in my day. You understand? So, anyways, we got more people coming in. Someone named Mika says, save yourself, black man. That's right. That's right. Save your motherfucking self. Better. And then somebody named Carl said, I'm white, but I don't see color. I couldn't car what color people are. What? Carl, what we gonna do with you, man? You need to start, man, spelling things out. You need to spell that shit. You understand? All right? Spell that stuff out, man. But I see what you're saying. You don't care about the color of the skin, and it shouldn't be about the color of the goddamn skin. But in the Matrix, the majority of the time, the black man always get fucked over. Always gets fucked over. Who gets fucked over? Always get fucked over. Okay? Carl said, my wife's black, my children are mixed. Love it. I love it. That's why I said the Matrix man, right? The guys in North America and the United Kingdom, we're going to have a community of what we're going to do is we're going to be raising lots of brand new mixed children. We're going to be having mixed wives and mixed girlfriends. Oh, yes, it's going to happen. I told you to go over. Listen, we're going to go to countries that are really appreciating us, right? Willing to actually appreciate us, not because of the color of our skin, no, but the quality of the person that we're bringing. You understand? Like I said, if you're a nice guy and you're making, I don't know, 30 to 50 grand a year, right? And it's not enough money to live over here as much, not really, right? But if you go overside, you know, like Thailand, Vietnam or whatever, right? Cambodia, maybe the Philippines, right? Yeah, you're living like a goddamn king. You're living like a god. You understand that shit? So, anyways, Carl said, though, kids can be cruel as fuck. Of course, little bad fucks, of course they can. All right? Click the like button as you come in. You guys are not clicking that like button, man. It doesn't make any sense all those people are in here and people are not clicking that like button. Click it. It's free. Press the subscribe button. It is free, okay? The Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. This is a men's channel. So if you're a female, want to come in here criticizing, critiquing, and getting in your little emotional feelings, goddamn it, this is a wrong channel for that shit, all right? Take your little emotional passive aggressive ass on somewhere else. Go to a Landwell's channel. Some big bitch, who want to be a guy. Go to that channel. It's not here. Majority of guys here, we've gone our own way. A lot of us are passport bros and SYSBM. Lots of us are MGTOWs, and a majority of us also too have taken and accepted the red pill. Just what it is. We're not saying we are red pill. No, we've taken the red pill and we accepted reality and female nature for who the fuck it is. That's just what happens. Okay? All right? Cool. Carl said, I feel blessed. That's very good. That's very good. Click the like button, you guys. Press the subscribe button. It's free. Press that shit, okay? I don't know if you guys don't know how to press it, don't know what a bell is. There is a bell called subscribe. Press it. There is a like button, right, with a thumbs up on it. Press it. It is free. Thank you. But anyway, let me go back into the topic, though. Shout out to my boy Jasper from in the Philippines. He put me up on so much game, all right? A lot of game, a lot of knowledge, okay? Because one of the things, we talked about a lot of shit, okay? But one of the things he did touch bases on that I'm really impressed with, though, in the Philippines was we don't have to settle for the locations that some of these women on these dating sites or meeting them in person want us to go. Fuck nah, man. So one thing he did advise me on is you need to go to BGC. What is BGC? Okay? BGC. BGC is in the Philippines in Manila, and I just watched the videos, man. Let me tell you, I had no idea that BGC was that goddamn video. I had no idea. It's beautiful. For real. It looks like here. The majority of the women had told me, right? Listen, the majority of women I met online that I was trying to online date and get arrangements with so I could meet, right? They would never mention that shit. Not one damn time. Not one Filipina. They'll tell you, well, come to my province or come by my place or whatever, but they never mention the good shit. I believe the reason they didn't mention it is because of the simple fact that they want us as close as they can to be with, right? But they don't want us to go out there in those nice, fucking beautiful fucking areas of business district where those beautiful Filipinos are at. They don't want that shit. You kidding me? And I thought about it, right? I did some thinking, and I talked. Listen, there was another Filipina I talked to, and she had told me that well, maybe they didn't know, right? They didn't know. I said, what the fuck you mean? Don't play with me. Don't play stupid. Come on, they're raised there. Fuck you mean they don't know? If anything, you come to a person who is a foreign person from the United States or the Matrix. You come to that person. This is what you do. You tell the person just very simple. Listen, there's my area. Right? It's a very poor area or a rural area, whatever it may be. However, I would like to introduce you to Manila or BGC, where you got access to airports, access to public transportation, right? The rent's a little higher there or much higher. I can't afford it, right? That's it. That's in the discussion. But the majority of them, they're going to tell you all rich people stay there. No, man. There's people there who are fucking goddamn regular like my ass who stay there, man. And they don't have that much money. These guys got maybe, listen, I just seen a vlogger on there, a YouTuber on there. That motherfucker got a little bit over $1,000 a month. Dude, he found an apartment out there for like $350. You can find apartments from like $350 to like $600 a month, cuz. Hey, listen, all furnished. Where you gonna find that in the States here for that price? All furnished, right? You still got your utilities and all that. If I found an apartment out there, let's say a cool 1-bedroom for $350, I still got my utilities, right? I still got my food and all that shit. I would probably say conservatively, all in, I'd probably be all in, maybe $600. That's still doing good. I'm talking electricity, I'm talking my internet. Because they said the most highest expense is going to be your electricity because you're going to be running that goddamn air conditioner. That's fairly agreeable. Let's spit out another $140 a month on top of that. Why not? You understand? So let's go back to the chat here. We also got Carl. He said, what did he say? No. He said some more things. All right. He's hitting up the chat today. Okay, listen. He said, kids can be cruel as fuck. He said, damn, she's beautiful. I feel blessed. And he said, heesh, I'm not obsessed with real life. And then he said, just in America. Carl says, I can see it with my wife and children all the time. People can be idiotic. Heesh Venture says, Okay, he is obsessed with Filipino girls. My children called my monkeys. My children were called monkeys. How fair is that? What the fuck they called? Wow. From who? I want to hear. Who called your kids monkeys? That's some fucked up shit. Carl also said they brought up to love everyone. Color should not come into it. We're all human. Pisses me off. I agree. That's some fucking discriminational, racial ass shit. It is. And Hesh said, I am Egyptian. And my family members have all different colors, bro. From dark to Greek, like white. Yes. Yes, man. We come from all different backgrounds. We come from all different backgrounds, all shapes, colors, and sizes, you know. All right? The dollar, love, and caring about somebody should not have a goddamn color on that shit. It doesn't. It doesn't. But you'd be surprised what idiots out there really think so. But back to me talking about Jasper in the Philippines, because this man had a lot. He was dropping some bombs. We were talking about some of the red flags that are out there in the Philippines, right? And some of the guys out there who were also vlogging, you know. And one thing we were talking about also too, what we call is the Philippine tempo. What is the tempo? And also ghosting. Because I was also reading, and they were trying to pass a bill, right, for ghosting, right? Because a lot of guys out there, they've married these women. They gave these women funding for houses and shit like that, right? And then after they get it, they just ghost. They disappear. All the goddamn time. They disappear. They stop calling, texting, reaching out, all that shit. Can't make this shit up. And that's why some of the scams are getting pretty high. Because they're fucked up women like that. You understand? You know? And I sat back and I said, Jasper, is this really true? He said, yeah. But he was saying if some of these guys were smart, right? And they're like stuck out there, because some of these guys were stuck in the Philippines, right? They were stuck out there, right? They would have some goddamn money in the bank to make it back to the Matrix. I'm gonna circle back. I don't want you guys hearing all that noise. All right, so if they had some goddamn money, right, in the bank, they would have enough money to make it back to the Matrix, right? Just in case they get scammed by their wife, their Filipino, whoever, you understand? And that's true. That's absolutely true. They wouldn't be out there begging for fucking quarters, begging for pesos, or any shit like that. We were talking about all that shit. Let's talk about the tempo. The tempo I had to figure out was when a woman actually doesn't get her way, and she acts like an immature ass child, an immature bitch. And what she'll do is she'll ghost you. She wouldn't talk to you, give you the silent treatment, all that dumb shit, right? This is what they do, dumb shit. And so I asked Jasper, he's from here. I was laughing at it. Go to his channel, man. He goes live. He got a lot of knowledge. I said, so has a woman ever put you in tempo, right? Has she ever tempoed your ass? And he said, man, look, I'm in BGC. I ain't got time for that shit. Bitch ever try that tempo shit, I'm gonna warn her one goddamn time, and I'm throwing her shit out, throwing her out of my place, and I will have her replaced with another Filipina in seconds. I said, I love it. I fucking love it. And he swallowed that red pill years ago, man. I love it. When you're sitting up here putting a woman in a position where you can give her good advice, guidance, and all that other shit. You can put a roof over her head and all that shit, right? And she wants to give you the silent treatment, ghost her. Yeah, I say kick that whore to the curb and replace her. Replace her as soon as possible, because you're going to eventually run into someone who won't do that shit. You understand? The ghosting, the disappearing, passive aggressive shit. Who wants to deal with all that? And then, you know, he said, what did he say? Yeah, he said, what happens is they put you in a position where they want you to guess what the fuck you've done. Guessing. Who the fuck would have played guessing games? Right? So I was laughing because there was another vlogger, he was talking about the tempo. He said what they'll do, because they're used to doing it to their local men. They're used to that dumb shit. What they'll do is they want you to beg for them and say, well, baby, was it this? Baby, was it that? Well, what did I do? And then shower them with flowers and beg like a little pussy. Let me tell you, if you're from the United States, especially, right, we grew up in the hood. We grew up with a lot of bitches out here that played a lot of mind games, right, or whatever, right? Do you think we're going to have time for that shit? No, we will kick that whore to the curb. Don't call her. We'll block her number. We'll act like we don't even fucking know her. You understand? All right? It's just what it is. You understand? And either she can go ahead and actually fucking comply, or let it fly. She has to go find the idiot out there who's willing to deal with her passive aggressive psychological problem. It is a problem, okay? All right? The tempo, the ghosting, the silent treatment, it is like sad, man, but a lot of it's out there. I had two Filipinas, right? I told them, man, I need to go to Thailand, I need to go to Vietnam. One told me, don't go to Thailand. I said, why not? Because they'll take you away from me. I'm sitting over thinking in my mind, bitch, you ain't got me. Bitch, we ain't never met in person. Because they know the secret. They know the dark secret of Thailand. They know their competition. You know what it is, y'all? I'm going to tell y'all the truth, right? This is, thank God, the passport bro movement, SYSBM movement, and global traveler movement came out. Thank God for this shit. You know, the secret is, in Thailand, guess what? In Thailand, it's a different ball game. The magical, enchanting land of Thailand, okay? It's a different ball game. What is the ball game in Thailand? Very simple, all right? Now, remember, I've never been in these countries, right? But, again, as a red pillar, as I've taken the red pill, if the majority of guys on YouTube and Patreon and other platforms are saying damn near the same thing, you gotta be somewhere correct in the area. Same shit, right? And giving personal testimonials, right? It lets you know you're right in the money, okay? Right? Especially if you go to Zoom to Thailand's channel. But anyway, moving on. See, in Thailand, from my understanding, they don't do that tempo shit. Fuck no, okay? Scamming and all that shit. A lot of those scams are not in Thailand. Thailand is right now is ranked to become one of the most provident countries in the world that's about to eliminate homelessness. That's something to think about. When you walk down the street, like I'm doing right now, you're not going to have like a bum or a person asking you for money. Can you help out with this and that? I need some pesos. None of that crap. But I've been hearing guys saying they've been in the Philippines, and there are always people asking for money, asking for help, and asking for assistance. But in Thailand, they could be the poorest of the poorest, and they're not going to ask you for a goddamn thing. That is fucking fascinating. And then the women, let me throw this out. The women, they don't do the ghosting and tempo shit. No, they fight to save the fucking relationship. They fight to save the relationship, right? They will not give you the silent treatment. They will not do the tempo. They will not ghost you. They fight to save it. All right, that's just what it is, yo. I sat back and I watched Average Man Unplugged. Shout out to him. He went to Brazil, had a great time, right? Went to Indonesia, had a great time, right? Remember, he started off in Thailand. Remember that. Go to his channel, Unplugged Traveler. All right, that's his alternate channel. He got Average Man Unplugged, and he also got Unplugged Traveler. After he went to Brazil, had a great time, went right back to Thailand. This is where he be at, man. This is where he need to be at, man. He had too many women there. He got access to too many beautiful women. He had a woman that was inside of the damn gym that he had a crush on. Come to find out, I guess the person in the gym had a crush on her. He got an apartment. Come to find out, the same apartment he stay in, small world, she stays in that motherfucker too. All right? He's on one floor, she's on the other. Didn't even know it. Magical shit, okay? That's the shit that I'm talking about, man, okay? Right? You ain't dealing with nobody pulling no guns on you, no more mean mugging you, none of that shit. It's totally different culture dynamic. That's why they say Thailand is one of the juggernauts and incredible hulks next to Vietnam, and also too next to the Philippines. It's just what it is. Like, wow, it broadened my horizons. Like, whew, like that's one of my top countries I have to go to. I had a second Filipina even told me her damn self. This is the second one. I bet her, right? You know, I didn't even known her a good 2 hours. And I told her, man, hey, she said, what type of Southeast Asian country you want to go to? And I told her Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines. She said, please, whatever you do not go to Thailand. I said, why? What do you mean? I'm here. She said, bitch, we just met. I'm telling you, dude. So there was one chick I talked to for a while. And I think it was a couple months, right? You know, she like outlasted all the Philippines and shit. Women, you know, now not go to Philippines. No, I'm going. I am going. All right, for real. These virtual women you guys meet, man, on these dating sites, man, you guys can't take them 100% serious, okay? I told you guys, don't be taking them 100% serious, man. All right, take them on their actions, not the words. Do that shit, man. Because they do dumbass shit too, you understand? All right, I had to learn, shout out to, what's my boy, Black Filipino TV, right? And I think there was Sunshine Shoulders and a couple of others. They were saying that you got to experience that boots on the ground. Because if you go all the way down there to see that one Filipina, right, and she ghosts you, if she pull the tampo shit on you or whatever, right, you're going to limit yourself to your options out there. That's why you got to have an abundance, a bunch of bitches, a bunch of Filipinas, right, to have access to. So if in the event that one woman that you've been talking to for a while ends up acting a fool, being immature like a dumb bitch she is, guess what? You still got a whole bunch of them you can replace them to. Have an abundance mindset. Not limited beliefs, but an abundance mindset. I mean that shit. Abundance is true. So anyways, let's go to the chat. All right, cool. So let's see. What did my boy say though? So Carl said it, and then Carl said he made his children the way they are. Okay, then he said my wife is a black queen. Damn, she's so beautiful. I don't feel worthy of her. I'm like, what the hell, man? Come on, Carl, man. Stop with that low self-esteem shit, man. Stop that shit. That's not what this channel about, man. You want to feel low by yourself, man, go feel low, man. But don't do that shit, man. We're here to encourage you. You are worthy of her because you chose her. It's not the fact that she chose you. You chose her, okay? Well, matter of fact, here, let me take it back. You guys chose each other, okay? So it's up to you to keep and maintain that situation, you know, before it goes sour, okay? You don't want her out there riding other sausages, Carl. Do you want that? Do you want your wife to be riding other poles? You understand? You don't want that, Carl. You understand that? All right? I don't care. When you say I don't feel worthy of her, I don't give a shit, okay? All right? You are worthy. This is what this channel is. You are fucking worthy. Don't beat yourself up. Fuck that, you know? You need to thank God and be appreciative of that shit. Now, Hess said, Asian women already know what's going on long time ago. That's very good. If you're, listen, Hess, you're more than welcome to go ahead and share that information. And then also to Top Gun, my very, very top moderator. What's up with you, homie? How you been, man? That's good, man, to see my top mods in there. That says, do you listen to Coach Greg Adams? No, I don't. I don't. Since I found out that he was a dating coach and things like that, you know, and then when he was shitting on the passport bros, you know, I backed away from that shit, man. Nah, man. You know, those guys who tend to go back and forth, nah. But I respect his content to a certain degree, you know, on certain other values, like red pill values and things like that, and female nature. But when you start talking about the passport bros and making assumptions and all that shit, right? You've never sat down and talked to these guys one by one. No, I don't respect that shit. No, I don't respect that shit. But anyways, no, but shout out to Coach Greg Adams. I mean, you know, congratulations on his business and his success, you know, but I that's not someone that I actually listen to. You understand? You know, I mean, I listen to guys like, you know, Sandman before I listen to somebody like Coach Greg Adams, because, you know, Sandman is one of the true vets of the Red Pill and MGTOW movement, you know. So anyways. Let's see. D-Man, what's going on with you, big homie, man? Another moderator, what's going on with you? You said, Mr. GG, gentlemen, hit the likes. Thank you. Salute. I appreciate you. Thank you. And you guys click the like buttons. They're absolutely free. Click the subscribe button. I appreciate it. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Click that like button, right? Click the subscribe button. I appreciate it, you guys, all right? We are in here about a half an hour in. And so, you know, I just figured, let me go ahead and squeeze me quick hour or so some time in, you know, and I'm gonna just keep pacing, you know, up and down the street or whatever, you know, because I like to do my daily walks, get my exercise in. Man, I thought this was gonna stop. The shit, that shit. Yeah. But anyway, man, Thailand and, you know, Bangkok versus BGC. I mean, man, I can see why them women been hiding like BGC from us. BGC. Shout out to Jasper in the Philippines, man. That's why I'm like talking about this shit right now. He got some good content, man. The man he knows what the fuck he's talking about. And he is down there. He is down in that motherfucker, man. And I was asking, I said, well, if I'm new and I want to go to the Philippines. Would you recommend BGC to me? And he said, goddamn yeah, hell yeah. And matter of fact, when you bring money, don't bring budget money, just bring what he calls too much money. He said too much money. Because just in case some shit happens, a woman does you dirty and shit, you get scammed, whatever, at least you got some backup money just in case some shit happens. That's like some really good, wise information. And then he said in BGC it's safer, and it's a little bit more expensive, but to me, I look and live there full time, right? It's for rich people. You gotta be rich to stay there. Rich. Fuck no, you ain't gotta be rich to stay there. No, you just gotta be able to afford it. All right, I would rather be in a position to afford something than just assume I gotta be fucking rich, So yeah, that's number one. Number two, let me throw this out there. Some of the women who don't mention these good ass countries and good ass areas, right? Some of them are lower quality. I'm just saying, online, they are lower quality. When I met one that actually who of a higher quality. Like, for example, okay, I meet some who either they don't have jobs or they're like in very, very poor areas, staying with family and shit like that. But I met one that actually works for the federal government in the Philippines. Yeah, shit. So yeah, she works with the federal government. She's working on her master's degree. She also has her bachelor's and everything. And yeah, man. So unlike here in the United States, you meet a woman that works for the Division of Family Services or the government, just like this woman doing. She what you, mean mug you, give you a fucking attitude, all types of just bullshit, man. And I had to tell her that you're working on a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, man, you come up here to the United States, they would eat your ass alive, man. They could hire your ass so quick. Because in the social development sector, man, let me tell you, social development, right? It goes in a lot of areas, from taking care of the elderly, taking care of children, providing for those who are homeless, right? Those who need, just, food, different essential needs, utilities assistance, right? Because there's always going to be a huge need for social services and social work, And, she works for the government there, and she had no idea how much these women and these people get paid out here, And anywhere between 40 to 60 grand a year, easily, And some of these places are either directly from the government or nonprofit organizations. And we all know, if you're here in the States, most nonprofit organizations live and die off of grants. Yes, federal grants, federal funding, So yeah, and she was like blown away when I showed her the wage and the conversion into pesos, pesos versus dollars. You understand? She was blown away by that shit. You understand? You guys hear all that noise in the background? That's some fucking deer, man. They're like running around like grown ass men and shit, running from the police. So yeah. Thank you, man. D-Man said salute. Yeah, man, salute. So, but yeah, man, I just want to tell you guys, man, never have limiting beliefs about yourselves, man. All right? Never limit yourself to the type of women, man. You got to make sure you put your options out there, man. Keep your options out there, man, because a lot of them, they're fucked up in their head, man. They are fucked up in their head, man. They're very immature. We deal with this shit here in the Matrix, but you definitely don't want to deal with that same shit overseas, man. Fuck no, man. You don't want to deal with that shit, man. Avoid at much cost. You see any red flags, right? Or a situation that's getting ready to turn into a red flag, you gotta listen. You gotta warn that bitch right off the gate what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, right? And she still want to go ahead. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try it on him. Whatever. Cut that whore loose. Fuck her. Cut her loose. You guys shouldn't be catching fucking feelings for these bitches out here very, very soon, especially if you never met this bitch. Don't be catching feelings and telling them I love you or none of that crap until she actually met you in person, right? And she actually shown it in her action. You understand? Here on this channel, we encourage guys to avoid women in the Matrix. Avoid them at much cost. Avoid these whores, okay? Destroy your wallets and destroy your sanity. All right, remember, a lot of these chicks out here will rather hurt you psychologically, right? But they will not hurt you physically, the majority of the time, okay? If you go overseas. Over here, the sky's the limit. They're gonna hurt you any type of way they can to make sure that you pay for whatever fucking problems they had in their life. Because remember, out here, they don't take accountability. They believe that every problem that happened in their life is still your fault, even though you weren't there. It's a goddamn shame, isn't it? So but shout out to Jasper, man. He was chopping so much in there. He said, man, I stay in a lovely ass condo, man. I wish a bitch would. Couple of this motherfucker pulling tampo and ghosting and all that immature shit, or trying to treat me like her local Philippine mates. I wish she would come in this motherfucker. I'll cut that bitch off loose. That's why I said, you gonna cut her off, man, like an unpaid electric bill? I said, cut her off like a fucking unpaid credit card. She won't see it coming. She try to pull that shit. All her shit will be sitting downstairs next to the door in the trash. Shit. I mean, that's just how you do it. You gotta do that shit, man, for real. And if she don't get it, if she don't fucking get it, man, that's her loss. You understand? All right, listen. She can't throw away a blessing and then be pissed off that the blessing got away. All right? If she get a blessing in her life, her job is to keep that shit. She better hold on to that motherfucker tight, right? Because do you know how many fucking hungry women, Filipinas and Thailand women and Vietnamese women want a guy from the United States? Huh? Doesn't necessarily have to be about money, but just want to be around us because of our personality. You know, how we carry ourselves as a goddamn man. You know, that's just what it is, you know? We carry ourselves in a way that most of their local guys can't carry it. That's just what it is. No matter if it's the sex, no matter if it's the money. I think bottom down to it's our personality, right? Guys from the United Kingdom understand what I'm talking about. Guys from Canada understand what I'm talking about. Guys from Australia know what I'm talking about, because we're the top first world countries of the world, man. We're the top, you understand? You know, all right? You know, I would even throw in China to a certain degree, you understand? You know, because, you know, the technology, man, is very impressive over there, and parts of Japan, you know. But these guys are not, I haven't seen many of these guys actually have subscribed to the Passport Bro movement, you understand? So anyways, let's go back to the chat. Top Gun said the non-Western countries have a different structure here, okay? They don't promote boss chicks like here. They don't inflate the naive women's ego. Yeah. A lot of them actually do. They find the most naive. Is it naive or native? I don't know. We're going to say native. They don't inflate the native women's ego. No, they can't do that. No, it's against their culture. All right? They call themselves boss chicks and get fatter than motherfucker and become land whales and shit. And then whenever you get a degree, brag about it and throw it in another dude's face. They don't promote that dumb ass shit. Nah. If anything, what they're going to do is encourage that woman that, hey, if you do got a degree, if you're working on yourself and things like that, keep up the good work, but keep the open mind out there to prioritize a relationship and marriage and to have a family, you know. And, you know, of course, as much birth control is out there and education out there, right? I've heard women say, well, Philippines don't teach that stuff out there. I talk to like other Philippine women who are on birth control, who don't have kids, you know, and they disagree. They fucking disagree with that shit. You know, they said, no, I'm on birth control right now. You know, or I got fixed right now. What are these bitches talking about? You know, in the Philippines, you know. Thailand, little medical clinics out there where if the women actually catch any STDs, STIs, whatever, they got clinics out there where they can get tested and also get treatment, you know, or cures or whatever, medicines and shit like that. You understand? So that's something to take into consideration. They also have clinics out there in Thailand too. I mean, not Thailand, I'm sorry, the Philippines. But it really kind of depends on what area you're going to, okay? You guys, pardon me, it's going to get a little dark, you know, because I'm walking and everything, and it's going to be in a dark area. But just remember, I'm still here with you guys, okay? Click that like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. I'm walking, there's some trees out here, so anyways, click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button, okay? This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Click the subscribe button too, man. That stuff is absolutely free. Remember, this is a men's channel, all right? If you little guys and women out here are sensitive and don't talk like that, you hurt my feelings, get the fuck out of here. We don't care about your feelings, right? We don't care about your behavior either, right? There's lots of therapists out there, man. Go seek that shit, man. Quit trying to act like I don't need therapy, I don't need help, man. Look. Any wise man or woman out here, right? If you got any glimpse of any type of motherfucking sense, right, to actually question yourself and question your behavior, question the things that you made a mistake in life, right? And say to yourself, I can improve here, I can improve there, right? I fucked up in this and fucked up in that, right? There's a high probability, right, that you could actually volunteer yourself into therapy. But a person who actually don't see their flaws, they see everyone else's flaws, everyone else's mistakes, that is a person that's going to always be in denial about them needing some type of psychological counseling or some psychological therapy, right? I don't care what religion, tradition you have, culture, belief, it doesn't fucking matter. If you're a crazy fuck, you're a crazy fuck, right? If you're doing inhumane shit to sabotage and destroy your relationship, destroy your life, destroy your business, destroy colleagues, things like that, yeah, you are a fucked up in the head person. You are fucked up, okay? Why are you doing that shit? Have you questioned yourself? Why am I just throwing away my relationship? Why am I fucking around with other people behind their back? Why am I fucking around on my woman? You know, why am I throwing away my good ass relationship, right? Why am I doing that shit, right? If you haven't questioned that shit, right, guess what? Something's wrong with your dumb ass. You understand? You're a dumb fuck. You understand? You're just a dumb fuck. You need a lot of help and you need care. You need therapy. You just need it, all right? Go take your ass to a therapist, right? Talk to their ass. Work out a payment plan with their ass, right? See if there's any type of help or grants out here that can help you pay for that shit. Usually the first person usually says they don't need therapy is usually the person that always say, well, it's high, it's expensive, how am I going to pay for it or whatever? But they never ever apply to do the research and actually see if there's funding out there to do it or to talk to the therapist, because the therapist may have grants out there. They just need your ass to come to their office and apply. Have you thought about that? You know, I mean, think about it. Some of these therapists, I'm going to be honest, some of them are free. Some of them on YouTube like myself. Shit. I mean, look at the churches. Have you seen a lot of these churches out here, man, decreasing with men out there? You know why? Because brothers can get their ass right here on YouTube, listen to some men's daily advice and encouragement channel, and a lot of red pill content, passport bro content, SYSBM content, and MGTOW content, absolutely for free, and get all the advice and counseling that they need to, right? And also, too, the direction they need to go in life. And you go to these churches here, you're going to see like a whole bunch of Lamwell and single women in that motherfucker, right? Because guys don't want to subscribe to that shit. Guys got tired of listening to these pastors and these guys preach bullshit in there, man. But right now, the church right now, it is a cash cow for women. I'm telling you, man, it's a cash cow. If you can keep single women in that motherfucker, right? Single mothers in that motherfucker, and keep, you know, inflating their ego. Oh, girl, guys gonna sing you a man. Don't worry about it. They can't judge you. You're a good woman. Guys gonna sing you. So if they can keep saying that shit, man, or whatever, right, in that church, man, yeah, that woman's gonna keep on playing that tithing plate and keep on saying though that God's gonna send me a man. But in real reality, the woman, she's so stupid she don't see that she's being brainwashed in that motherfucker. That's the woman that actually needs the most therapy. You understand? That's the woman that needs the most psychological counseling. You know, because they can't see the fucking forest from the trees, you know. So, but I will tell you guys this though: if you got a good and fuck this, though, I want to switch topics off the Matrix bitches, you know, because you know I already know how I feel about those bitches. But listen, if you got your good foreign traditional woman, man, be the leader, and she's going to follow, okay, and she's going to comply. She's going to fucking comply, okay. All right, be the leader. She's going to follow and she's going to fucking comply. You understand? Because she hasn't been indoctrinated with the Matrix bitches, you know? All right? Okay? If you got a good one, she's not going to be juggling guys behind your back. She's not going to be fucking around behind your back. She's not going to be ghosting, doing tempo. She's not going to go in there and do that shit. She's not going to be a scam artist or any of that shit like that. But again, you still got to vet, man. All right? I don't care. Around seas or overseas, and then also in the Matrix, you got to vet. I made a video. Listen, go to my channel, go to the videos. I made a video talking about how to properly vet these women and look out for the red flags, okay? All right, I talked about this shit, you understand? I beat it down with a drum. I wanted you guys, it was an outside video. I sat outside on a stump one day, man, and I said, look, I'm gonna go in with these guys and talk about how to vet these women. Right, you got to vet them out, man. Right, and look for the red flags. If she's showing any sign of red flags, You call that whore out for it, and if she still won't acknowledge it or whatever, right? Yeah, you need to kick her ass to the curb. You need to kick her to the curb. If she's quick to say, I'm sorry, after you've warned her ass, goddammit, and she continues to repeat that behavior, or she says one thing and do another, right? You need to leave that bitch alone. Cut her off. Fuck her. Shit. There are plenty of them out there. And especially if she's a single mother. You guys be dating these single mothers out here, let me tell you, man. These single mothers be making the most fucked up decisions ever, man. I'm telling you. And I had to find out recently that the single mothers overseas, they make just as much as the most fucked up mistakes they do here in the States. Yeah, they do. Now, they treat their man better. I do that, but they make just as much as the most fucked up mistakes, man. Like, if you sit back and think about it, shout out to my boy, RIP to Coach Red Pill. Coach Red Pill was one of my favorite inspirations, hands down. He was, man. RIP to him. But he has said it. He said it, man. He said, with a single mother, man, it boils down to two things. One, if she left the man, then you have to ask yourself, well, why would she leave the man? Why would she pick a grade A asshole? If he was a grade A asshole, that just boils down to the fact, right? If he was a grade A asshole, he was a thug, bad boy, don't give a shit, then you have to question her way of choices in life. This lets you know that if you get involved with her, there's going to be some fucked up choices, fucked up decisions that she's going to be making. You understand? If she chose these guys and then turn around, well, I was young, or I was dumb and hypnotized, or what I call dickmatized, or whatever, and she didn't see the fucking red flags there, and she continued to make babies with this motherfucker, continue to, it just questions to you, right, her life's decisions. You understand? If you be involved with her, you know, that's number one, he said. Number two, the other way around, okay? If he left her, then the question you have to ask yourself, well, why would this man abandon his family for her? If he left her, then there is a probability you have to question yourself, well, if he left her, what the fuck is wrong with her? You understand? All right? Apparently, there's something wrong with her that she's not going to admit to you that he left her for, you know? So either way, it tends you to kind of question some things about the single mother. You understand? Either way, you know? But if you do get with her, you have to understand that it's going to be one of those two scenarios, you know? No matter if she left him or left her, right? There's a fucked up decision that was made between her and also, too, who she decided to have babies with. That's just what it boils down to, you know? All right? And also, you got to remember, too, man, a lot of them want you to feel sorry for them, man. Feel sorry for their situations, right? They'll tell you, I'm not going to bring you into our situation. No, they will, man. They'll try. They will try. They will try it. For real. I was listening to this video, this guy, because I was thinking to myself, though, man, with the women overseas who got kids, man, you know, these women overseas, they're going to treat you better, though, right? Especially if they got kids, which is by far, it's true. It is true, right? I've seen guys even go marry the single mothers overseas, right? But again, there are some good ones out there. Are they the exceptions? Yes. To the rule? Yes, they are the exceptions to the rule, right? But when they marry these women, right, guess what? They don't tell you the dark side of what happens after you marry them, you know? Certain things like now you marry them overseas, they figure that you're 100% obligated to take care of this other man's children. You got to think about that shit, you know? You're 100% obligated to take care of not only his children, but also, too, you got to provide for her, and then you still got to provide for her family. You understand? They got this thing out there where if the family invested some type of finances into the child at a very early age, right? Very early age, right? Let's assume it's the single mother, you know, like in the Philippines, yeah. They got this thing where the child is obligated to the oldest child, usually it's the oldest woman. No matter if she got kids or not, they're going to want that woman to take care of the family for the rest of their life. You understand? That means she has to provide as much of her paycheck over to that kid. So I started thinking, I said, well, that's why these chicks come over to the United States, because they want to pay back their family's debt, you know? And this is something that they have in those fucking cultures over there. It's pretty fucked up, you know? Some women Filipinos argue with me, is the toxic part of the Filipino culture, you know, right? And I tell guys on my channel and anywhere else, you need to avoid those type of women who have those obligations where they figure if they hook up with you, right? They get with you, in a relationship with you, dating you or whatever, right? They figure that the family figures that you need to go ahead and keep handing money out to these chicks, you understand? Or handing money out to the family and these chicks, you understand? I've seen guys who got in situations overseas where the family said, hey, listen, they blackmailed the guy. And they said that, guys, with an S, and they said that if you want to date our daughter, you're going to have to pay us, let's say, an allowance of $600 a month. We know you got money, otherwise you can't date her. And some of these guys were stupid enough to fall for it. They were stupid enough to fall for it. But what was interesting, this is the stupidity came in. Let's say, for example, he ran out of money, right? And he needed to go back to the States, right? Well, what the fuck you think happened? Huh? They cut his ass off. He was the piece of shit. He was a broke motherfucker, all this other shit, right? They never appreciated him. You see where I'm at, right? But there's a lot of that shit going on. So if you're in a position where the family is actually obligating you to take care of the daughter, take care of the family, take care of her family, right? Guess what? You're only being used, you're only being abused, and you're only being taken advantage of. And I do not subscribe to that type of behavior, you understand? But if you get a foreign woman who doesn't want you to take care of her family, right? And she's against a person or herself being obligated to take care of the family, right? Because they're toxic or they got red flags, all that other bullshit, whatever, right? That's somebody that you might want to keep your eye on. That's someone that you might want to consider long term, you understand? Because she's not out for your money, and she's definitely not trying to force you to take care of her fucking family, you know? You don't need to be around that shit, man. Fuck that, man. You shouldn't need to be around it, you know? Another thing also too to take into consideration, also too, here guys, I'm checking my mail real quick, I apologize. But another thing you want to take in careful consideration too, right, is that what do you do if you run into someone who actually figures that they want to not just blackmail you for the money, but blackmail you for, let's say, property. You know, if you don't if you own a car, own a house, or what have you, right, and it's in the Philippines, right, they're going to try to get you deported and get your house taken away and all this other shit because you won't give them money, man. Avoid that type of shit, too, because there's a lot of that out there, you understand? In the Philippines. In the Thailand, I haven't heard any of that shit, man. I have not, man. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but as far as, like, the top three, Thailand, Philippines, and Vietnam, I heard Philippines and Vietnam have probably the most scams out there, man. They have like they have a lot of scams. Like, oh my God, you know? Like there was this guy on YouTube in Vietnam, walked into the shop and had tons and tons of fake Air Maxes, fake Nikes, right? And that shit was in good condition. Like it was fake, you know? Like it was a whole big ass skitty of scams. Where in the Philippines, right? You can go on any website, and I mean any website, right? Any real estate website, and there is some of them that are full of just scams on it, and you won't know it. You won't know it. Some of them will put someone else's fucking apartment on there and try to rent it to you, and you never have clarification if the unit is actually theirs or someone else. You don't know. You don't fucking know. You understand? But they will put you in that position. They will put you in that fucking position. Because you end up throwing that money down. And if you throw that money down and pay their ass, guess what? You're going to go ahead and actually put yourself in the position where you'll lose a place and you ended up getting what I call rented. You're renting a place that belongs to someone else. Imagine you take the money, they give you the keys, and you walk, and that motherfucker gets settled in, and like a week, 2 weeks later, another family opens the door, walking that motherfucker. What the fuck? You're like, hey. That motherfucker took all your money. The family's disappointed because you done made, I don't know, their little child's bedroom, your bedroom. You done bought bitches in that motherfucker, all types of shit. It'll be a mess. A scam-vicious mess, man. You done cooked in a family kitchen and shit. You done you done got head, man, your dick suck in their living room and shit. You know, it's a mess. You know, because you got scammed. So I recommend, man, make sure In my opinion, this is just my opinion, okay, from my observation, okay, right? Because like I said, a lot of those chicks online, they're not going to tell you what major cities necessarily to go to. They're going to try to get you to go to their area, okay? This is just my opinion, all right? But in my opinion, start off in like major metropolitan cities, right? Like Bangkok, Thailand, fucking BGC, man. Start there. That's a really good starting point in my opinion from what I heard. Right? Remember, I haven't been to these places, but this is from other YouTubers I'm looking at. Start at the major, big-time cities. Start there, right? You guys hear noise in the background. That's the fireworks, okay? Because remember, the 4th of July, Independence Day is tomorrow. It's a federal holiday here, okay? But BGC, what you're going to do is start there and start at like Bangkok, Thailand, right? You know, or one of the major cities in Vietnam. Start there. I'm fucking telling you, start there. And then you can say, well, at least I'm near bus terminals, public transportation, taxi cabs, things like that, right? Near the airport, things like that. Because the locals, they're going to tell you this for rich people, man. Don't believe that shit, man. Don't believe it. It's only for rich people because of the simple fact they can't afford it. But once you do your research, start there, then you can say, okay, now I can start here. Now I can say to myself, I can go ahead and start going into a province and see if I can find something for like, I don't know, $100 a month, you know, in rent, you know, because you also got to factor in too, even though you got to pay something like $100, $200 in rent, you still got to factor in the utilities and shit, you know, because there's a lot of utilities and like internet costs you still got to take into consideration. When you factor your numbers in with your budget, you guys, right? Here in the States, we're taught how to use budgeting. We're taught finances, right? Things like that. In those countries, right? Some of them are taught that, and then there's the rest of them that just refuse to learn it, or they just didn't learn it at all. But we're taught the budget. Make sure you factor, if you find a place with dirt cheap ass rents, you also factor in your fucking electric bill, your water bill, your internet bill, any sewer. You factor that shit in. Factor in if it's 100% an apartment that's fully furnished. You know, think about that. You know, gated community, 24-hour security. Think about those things. You understand? Think about it, you know. Because why would you put yourself in a position where you don't factor those things into your numbers? We know how to factor that shit into the numbers, right? A lot of them out there, they just assume, oh, it's just too hot, you know. I mean, come on. We're pretty good out here in the United States and also the UK. We know how to stretch. We know how to stretch fucking $200 a month, though, right? We just know how to do it, right? And in the UK, they know how to stretch 200 pounds a month. They just know how to do that shit. You understand? All right? In another country. You understand? That's just how we do it. You understand? All right? All right, got another person in the chat. He said, go find your bare ladies, grizzle, grizzle. Grizzle, grizzle, drizzle, drizzle. That's what I'm talking about, man. For real. Oh, my God, man. Don't be sitting down here doing that, man. I thought he was going to hit with the drizzle, drizzle. But he hit him with the grizzle, grizzle. There it is, shit. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. Sir Fam, man. And Sir Fam, you're back, man. MGTOW for life. Monk mode for the win. Give them nothing. You goddamn right. You get damn right. But you make sure, too, that if you give them something, you make sure that it's being reciprocated. If I'm going to invest my money and time with somebody, where is my ROI? Where's my return on investment? I told you guys on my last video, I asked single mothers that they can't answer that question. If you decide to leave me and I invested my time and money into you, where's my ROI? Where's the return on investment? If a guy invests his time and money in you and you decide to leave him for another motherfucker, say, look, I'm leaving you, or you decide to just ghost, poof, gone. Where's my return on investment? And most single they cannot answer that question. We know the answer is, if you're smart guys, right, you know what that answer is when it comes to ROI, return on investment, when it comes to single mothers. If you invest your time and money in her, the answer is simple as this: zero, man. There's no ROI, man. All right, there's no return on investment if she decides to leave your ass, ghost your ass, or whatever the fuck. There's none, okay? There isn't, okay? All right? Why do you think I tell these guys, too, that if you're going to date women online or talk to them online, don't be handing money out to bitches out here that you never met, you know? These guys be handing out hundreds and thousands to chicks that they never met and wonder why they get scammed or ghosted. Because you stupid fool, right? She sat up there and found somebody else that can replace you with double the income because you taught her to start accepting tons and tons of money. You understand? Now, listen, let's be frank. I can understand if you send like $20 here, $50 here and there, and the person needs help. That's fine. That's fine, right? But these guys are sending like hundreds with an S every month. Some of these guys are sending like monthly fucking bills and shit, man, and monthly stipends and shit though, and allowances. I just don't understand that shit. Like, it's fucking a disaster. But yeah, make sure you guys click the like button too. Click the subscribe button. Click that shit as you come in. Click the subscribe button. It's absolutely for free. Click the like button. Also click the link, copy it, share it inside of our fellow MGTOW groups, fellow SYSBM groups, you know. Alright? Go ahead and send that shit. You understand? Alright? I mean that shit. I'm not bullshitting you, okay? Send that shit, okay? Alright? In our fellow MGTOW groups, Passport Bro groups though, right? Red Pill groups, put that shit inside of those Facebook groups. I mean that shit, all right? Do that shit for me, man. My moderator said, happy masculinity month, gentlemen. Wow. You think July is masculinity month? Hell, I don't know, man. Shit, it's too close to June. They made June fucking alphabet month. You understand? You know, where the alphabet community, gay and fucking trans and shit, combined powers and all that shit, you know, and you know, they celebrate the whole month. And they would put it in a masculine month, which is Father's Day. You know, I'm like, why didn't you just put that shit in fucking Mother's Day month? You know, they did that shit intentionally, you know. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Like I said, in the Matrix here, they rub the narrative inside of you so then you can accept this bullshit. You have to be able to accept this fucked up behavior. You have to be able to accept this societal belief. If you don't accept this fucked up behavior and societal beliefs, they're going to shame you into submission. And so a couple years ago, especially during COVID-19, that's where when Kevin Samuels passed away, right? A little bit after COVID-19, so when Kevin Samuels passed away, that's when the ultimate rise of the Passport Bros begun. You understand? Because we got tired of the narrative and things like that. And fellow MGTOW men, one thing I learned about the Passport Bro movement, and you got to remember, Passport Bro movement and the SYSBM movement, right? They have a lot in common with the Passport Bros, and that is the one thing that we use, and that is we're going our own way. We made our own decisions, you understand? We wanted to go another direction with things. We don't want to go what society thinks and operates. You know, we don't want to become Democrats or Republicans and go left or go right. None of that shit, man. Me, I don't even vote anymore, man. I lost faith in my voting system. It's sad, you know, but yeah, I lost a lot of faith in that shit, you know. After the times of Obama, man, I just lost faith, man, you know, for real. You know, I lost a lot of faith. When I seen Obama sitting up here going to Africa and trying to encourage Africans to, man, you need to have a gay flag up and shit and allow them to have gay rights, and then he chuckled and laughed about it. Yeah, I lost a lot of disrespect for voting, man. I did, man. When I seen that January 6th shit, man, with Donald Trump, yeah, I lost even more faith, man. I mean, it's a lot of shit, man. When you got Joe Biden up here on stage stuttering and shit, man, yeah, man. I'll watch it, yeah, but I don't condone it. I don't support it anymore, man. You know, and then you got, like, the same parties all the time. It's either Democrat or Republican. You know, they won't let the independents come in, you know, and shower and give them a chance, you know, because they're always promoting their own agenda, left and right and left, you know, Democrat or Republican. That's it, you know. It's fucking sad, you know. You even got my mayor here, right here in Kansas City, right? Mayor Quentin Lucas, he said he's trying to promote that shit. He was trying to put like a big rainbow flag and shit, you know, near City Hall and Jackson County Courthouse, all that shit, man. This is sad, man, for real. You're rubbing it in, like, that's just like being rubbed in very, very, very thickly. So, anyways, my top moderator, Sarah Fram, says celebrate your toxic masculinity every day. Of course. Of course. Not only celebrate it, but glorify it and rub it in their goddamn face. If they can rub in the rainbow flag and shit, you need to rub in though how masculine you are, how many weights you're actually lifting, how much exercise you're doing, right? What type of plumbing and electrical we're doing, right? How we're putting up the fixing the sewers, doing janitorial work, all the shit that the women won't do. You understand? The maintenance on and repairs on our apartments, repairing leaky roofs and shit like that, right? Doing repairs on automobiles and motorcycles, all the masculine shit that women will not do, right? They rather be in comfortable spaces, though, working inside of an office or just working inside of a nurse's hospital or some shit like that. But they're not doing any like heavy ass shit. If they are gonna be doing it right, it's usually like some stud, man. I've never seen like a straight heterosexual chick actually do masculine work, on a high scale. It's like very, 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 very low. You understand? Very low. But I have seen mostly like studs, man, chicks who trying to be dudes and shit actually get into it, so, but they're also not at a high scale, so, but that's something in consideration, because like Kevin Samuels said a long time ago, shout out to him and RIP to him, just like I said, RIP to Coach Red Pill, RIP to Kevin Samuels. Now I watch Kevin Samuels damn near every day nowadays, so every day. And he said to this woman, when you call the police, right, since you said we all equal, who do you expect to come to a door, right? A bunch of guys or a bunch of females? It's not a bunch of females and women coming to the door when you call the police. Fuck nah. It's men. It's men. But you haven't programmed in your mind that there's gonna be a bunch of women coming to the door to protect you. That shit's not about to happen, man. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 11, male or female call the police right now, who's gonna show up? It's gonna more than most likely be a guy. It's just what it is, you understand? And that's in society today, they have never accepted that shit, because I don't know, I think this society now, it got to the point where they've abandoned traditional beliefs and pretty much biology, our biological imperative. They abandoned that shit. So, but it's sad, you guys. So, but anyways, you guys, make sure you guys click that like button on the way out. Click that subscribe button too. I appreciate it. Make sure you also too subscribe to the channel, you guys. It's absolutely free too, okay? And again, make sure you guys get your passports, get your money together, travel across seas, see other women out there, man, that are of value, man. There's other women better than in the Matrix, okay? And let me throw this out there too. There's better women too, right, that are overseas. If you're dealing with women out overseas that are, very scammy and fucking ghosting and all that dumb shit, man, avoid those whores. You understand? That not taking accountability or responsibility and all that dumb shit, man, avoid them, man. Fuck them, shit. They know what the fuck they're doing. They do. You just got to be mature enough to put yourself in a position to ask yourself, do you want to deal with that shit or not? If you're a smart person, you don't want to deal with it, and what you do is try to avoid it by all means, and take a page out of the Tom Likas book. Replace her ass. Kick her ass to the fucking curb. Know your value as a man. Hold motherfucking frame. And for God's sakes, get your passport. Keep your options open. I'm telling you, gentlemen. Okay? Anyways, without further ado, make sure, again, click the like button. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and go back to the chat. And Sarah Fram says, kick that like button like it owes you money. Yes. Press the like button and the subscribe. I need some subs, man, so I can get up there to 1,000. So, okay. But anyways, without further ado, take it easy, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Hope all goes well for you, man. And also, too, happy 4th of July and Independence Day from the United States Matrix here in South Kansas City, Missouri. Peace.